Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. This must be talked about, even though we have talked about it before. It's being brought up again because of what CM Punk posted on his Instagram story. Basically, it's about, fans harassing talent at airports and hotels and following them around and not understanding personal boundaries and personal space. But before we jump really deep into that, into what CM Punk posted on his Instagram story, let's say that this is important to say that professional wrestling and sports entertainment and sports in general are nothing without the fans. And fans come from the word fanatics, which basically means someone who's obsessed with something. And all professional wrestling fans are pretty much obsessed because it's a very niche, sort of weird thing to love. I know I've loved it since I was 12 years old. I understand what it's like to be a fan. That's why I do this show, so I can watch professional wrestling and so I can talk about professional wrestling that I watch. But we have to understand specific boundaries. We tend to see WWE superstars, professional athletes, not as human beings, but as these sort of like robot type people that don't have real human emotions because they do something that we admire. And since we admire the thing that we do, we sort of remove the human element away from them. And that's where the issue lies. Then we think because they're not really human, that we can talk to them, we can ask them questions, we can beg them, we can harass them, we can stalk them at sort of any moment because they're not a human being like me who goes through the same stuff that I go through. They go through the exact same things as you. Insecurities, rejection, heartbreak. Yes, you see them as like this really cool thing. They're on the pinnacle, they're on TV, they have lots of money, so you assume they don't have any of your same problems. That just isn't true. The human experience is the human experience for a reason. All of us go through these types of trials and tribulations. It doesn't matter how much money we have or what job we have. But with that said, all of professional wrestling, WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, TNA, is all driven by the fans. We tried to do shows in front of no people during the COVID era. It fucking sucked. The fans bring the energy. They're the lifeblood. They are the reason we do the thing, so we can get them invested into our story, into our character, in the thing that we love to do, and they're drawn into it too, and they get a break from their life, and we get to put on a great show and entertain and be our truest, most authentic self, and they get to be their truest, most authentic self and show up in this thing that we love and do the whole thing together, and it's a beautiful, symbiotic relationship. But when boundaries are crossed, then it becomes an issue. We have to see the WWE wrestlers as real people. They're tired. They're hungry. They want to get to their hotel. They want to get home to their kids. They want to get home to their wife. They want to get home to their husband. They just want to get home and eat. They want to have peace and quiet, right? What's different about WWE superstars is that they travel publicly. Some of the guys have buses. Some people travel in private, but most of the performers, let's say 90% of the roster of WWE and AEW travels publicly. So they're able to see fans all the time, in the airport, on the seat, at the hotel, all these types of things. And this information is pretty easy to find nowadays, which is kind of scary, right? Unlike professional athletes, MLB, NBA, NFL, they travel charter with the team. So fans can't really show up, and if they do, it's like a coordinated thing by the organization. Not with WWE superstars. So it's very easy for fans to harass and find and stalk these wrestlers. Now, CM Punk in his Instagram story makes a really, really good distinction. We love the fans. We want to support the fans. We want to give you the attention that you deserve. But a fan is a fan, and it crosses the line when you go into stalker territory, when you don't heed the warnings, when you don't understand personal boundaries and personal space, and you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting us or the wrestler not to act differently, not to lash out, not to say, get out of my face, not to say, not right now. And it's totally okay for the wrestler to say no. That's a normal thing to do. Hey, not right now. I'm eating with my kids. Okay. That's not like a mean thing to say. He's not saying, fuck you, get out of here, you're a piece of shit. Now, if that happens, that's a totally different situation. I'm sure fans have run into accounts where wrestlers have been rude. Sure, but maybe they were having a bad day, just like anyone has a bad day. And fans have to understand that. We might get rejected. And it's not like an endowment on us as human beings. It's just the situation and the time. And we have to, if we as fans get really good at understanding when and where is the right time to ask for an autograph, you're going to get a yes all the time. And then moving on into real personal boundaries, like if you go and see a wrestler at a meet and greet or an event and they're a female, do not touch them. Do not touch them. You have no right to touch them. You've never met this human being in your life. Do not try to put your arm around them or whatever. Just be understandable. Understand personal space and boundaries, and every interaction you have with a wrestler will be better because of it. They will be more appreciative. They will be more open. They will be more kind to signing any sort of autograph you want if you understand those simple dynamics of the human interaction, and if you come with good personal hygiene. Like, that's really, really important. If you come smelly and gross and are just begging for stuff and keep asking over and over and over and over and over again, it's not conducive to a good symbiotic reciprocal relationship. What's reciprocal about the fan and the wrestler is that they both want to give you the best thing possible. The fan is like, yes, I fucking drove 6 hours here to see you. This is awesome. And the wrestler's like, thank you. I appreciate your support and your love and all these types of things, and I want to give you that. But we understand personal space and personal boundaries, and we have to heed CM Punk's warnings. Now, again, I don't like CM Punk personally. Those are reasons that will not be disclosed on this show. But he is right about this, and it needs to be understood by fans all over the world, or there's going to be more and more and more wrestlers who turn down autographs, who say no to fans because of these types of interactions keep happening. But if fans can understand personal boundaries, personal space, understanding these types of dynamics, then the relationship is always going to be reciprocal, and it's going to be awesome, and the wrestler is always going to be appreciative. Now, that's what I have to say about that. Please let me know, you as a fan, what you think in the comments down below, and then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Lots of love. Cheers.